Hey, what's up everybody? It's Joy, and today I'm going to be doing the second video of my How to Get Out of Your Own Way series. And this is going to be talking about how we can tackle fear. So if you want to know more about that, stay tuned to the video. Since we're on the topic of fear, let me start off by saying I believe it's human nature to be fearful of certain things and certain opportunities and situations. But as young adults and human beings in general, it's important that we don't get consumed by fear. Throughout my teenage years and young adult years, I've noticed that a lot of people around me, my peers and my friends and family, including myself, are fearful of 4 specific things. And these 4 things are fear of change, fear of loneliness, fear of inadequacy, and fear of failure. Because of this fear, many people will completely avoid certain future opportunities and future advances just because of their fear of this unknown, fear of change, fear of trying new things. Becoming stagnant because of this fear is really, really harmful for your advancement and development in life, just because you're obviously missing out on so many great opportunities or possibly life-changing opportunities that you never would have known just because of your fear of the unknown or fear of change. The next thing is fear of failure. No one ever wants to fail. Like, really? Who would literally set themselves up to fail? But being consumed by this self-doubt and this fear of failure obviously hinders growth and hinders progression, just because you're staying stagnant just like you were in the fear of change, but you're staying stagnant because of your own self, because of your own doubts, and you're getting in your own way, hence the title of this series. When going into a new thing in life or a new opportunity, it's okay to be a little apprehensive. No one has everything figured out, and being consumed by the thought that you're going to fail and being consumed by this self-doubt ultimately will just get you nowhere, because you'll never know anything unless you try it. So completely writing yourself off before you even give yourself the chance, you'll never get anywhere. You're getting in your own way. The next thing is fear of loneliness. A lot of people tend to get themselves in certain situations, i.e. bad relationships, which is a topic for another video, and stay in bad relationships just because they have a fear of loneliness or fear of not being comfortable just being by yourself. I believe that you have to be comfortable with yourself and be comfortable with being single before you can ever join in union with someone else or become in a relationship with someone else. You'll literally get nowhere if you're not comfortable with just standing on your own 2 feet and being yourself. And this fear of loneliness can lead to a dangerous reliance on human companions and human friendships. You may not always have someone there with you all the time. This constant seeking of, another human being, another human friend or companion, or constantly just basically seeking approval and love from another human can ultimately be very dangerous, just because you may not always have someone around to be there for you. This fear of being lonely can consume you so much that you'll never get anywhere when you're on your own 2 feet, when you're alone, when you're in a state where you just need to be by yourself and progress in yourself, not relying on other people. And the final thing is fear of inadequacy. I've run into so many people, including myself. In the past, I have done this. I have had a fear of inadequacy. A lot of people tend to pass up certain opportunities and certain advances just because they fear they may not be, good enough. They fear they're inadequate. One of my best friends, as young adults, it's really hard to make strides in the workforce, and she had a crazy opportunity lined up for her. Like, she was going so many places, but she ended up turning it down just because she felt like she wouldn't be able to compete with the other people in her field. Although that job may have not been in God's plan for her at the moment, although it wasn't the path she was supposed to take right then and there, who knows what could have happened. I came across a quote the other day, and it said, if you can conceive it, you can create it. If you can create it, you can experience it. If you can experience it, you can certainly conceive more of the same. And this quote just furthers the thought and the notion that whatever you want to do, you can put your mind to it. Don't be fearful of anything. Although you may not know what's ahead or what's the next step or what may come of a certain opportunity or instance, just go for it. You'll never, like I said in my first video, you'll never go anywhere from sitting on an idea or pondering on it and waiting and waiting and waiting until life just passes you by, and next thing you know, you're full of regrets. So the best advice I can give for tackling fear is to literally tackle it, crush it, blow it away with the wind, all that. And it's going to be hard, just because who isn't doubtful at certain times? Who isn't apprehensive about what's to come? But the reward of knowing you tackled that fear and knowing you took a chance and took a leap of faith just because you're optimistic of what your future may bring and what you're capable of will be so rewarding in the end. So don't go through life consumed by fear. It's no way to live. You'll literally live full of regrets, trust me. I've been fearful way too long, and I finally broke out of my fear. Well, I started to break out of my fear a couple years ago. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here really quick and talk about fear and how as young adults we really just need to take leaps of faith. Like, it's a time of leaps. It's no time to sitting back and just being scared and being doubtful. We all are confident, driven individuals, and we all need to own our stuff. So if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace out.